Hi, Youssef. First of all, how are you and where do we find you today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to meet you and to do this interview with you.
You were born in the city of Bujat in Morocco with more or less 50,000 people population. What are your first memories of football as a child?
We had like a small population where I was to live, and we had like a small teams. Like I was thinking 6 7 years old, and we start to play together everywhere in the street and when we find some place we start to play like 3 against 3, 4 against 4. It depends of our numbers. We did play just for fun and yes, to because we did love football, and every child, the first things he do is that to play football because it's too easy just to find some guys and a ball and to start to kick it.
You spent 2 seasons at Porto. What are your sweetest memories?
Well, I had actually a good time at Porto. I was before that I was playing in Middle East in Qatar. I was too young, 19 when I left Morocco. I did play like 2 years in Qatar, and at that time to go to national team to play the qualification for the World Cup '98. We did play like 2 years qualification before the World Cup, and in that time, some scouts from Porto they did come every game to watch national team of Morocco, and every game they give reports to the club. And in the end of the season, in 96, 97, they contact me. My agent told me that Porto, they were interested in, to sign me. And I was like, wow, surprised, because I never was thinking that I want going to a club like Porto to play. Porto that time was good and still good. They won actually the leagues, and they played in Champions League, and it was good. It was good news for me because it was like surprise to play in my first season in Europe, to play in club like Porto and to play in the Champions League, and that was the most important for me. I did never thinking that I'm going straight away to a club who is like a champion in Portugal and who play every year a Champions League. I was thinking like I'm going to take my career step by step, like to play some small teams in Europe and then trying to go to another club, to biggest clubs.
But then a move to Coventry came after that. What was it like to play in the Premier League?
It was a dream. The Premier League now is one of the most competitive leagues in Europe. When I was young, we used to watch the Premier Leagues in the TV in Morocco, and my team was like Liverpool at that time. In the 80s, it was Liverpool, the top, with Dali Dalglish and Roche and Souness and these guys. Yes, when after the World Cup, when I spent 1 year with the Porto, second year as well, we did won the champion, and we won the a Portugal Cup. It's like I spent two seasons, and I had another season because before that I did sign for 3 years, and my second years. The Coventry, they contact my agent again because the coach at that time was the manager was Gordon Strachan. He's Scottish, and he watched us many games with national team when we played in the World Cup. We played against Scotland, and we played friendly against Bulgaria, against Holland, and he did come every game, and I didn't know that. He did come every game for national team Morocco, and he decided, yeah, to sign me, and I was so happy because, to be honest, it was my dream, when I was young, to play in England in the Premier League.
What was it like to face Liverpool? You said you loved watching Liverpool, but what was it like to face Liverpool with the Coventry shirt?
Yeah, actually, it was like something very special for me. When we played in Anfield, because Anfield, I just watched it when I was young and the TV, and when it come to play, and I heard the famous song of Liverpool, "Don't Walk Away Alone." I was like, wow, what's it was like very something very special, and yes, I did very enjoy playing well an Anfield, but I did enjoy all my games that I play at Old Trafford, St James Park in Newcastle, Stamford Bridge, and at Chelsea, White Hart Line, in London against Tottenham. Yes, it was like the best time in my career when we did play in Premier League.
Let's talk about the national team of Morocco. You drew 1-1 in the last game against Congo. What more do you think you needed to win that game?
Well, it will be now a national team. It's with the new coach and with the new players. We need time. I think we did play 2 games friendly, and we did play well. First game against Senegal, we beat them 3-1. And I think the most important now is to find a good team with good players. We had good players, very professional players, playing big teams and good leagues in Europe. But we need this connection between them, and we need time. It's like in this time, we had like 5-6 new players. They come the first time and to play in the national team. But as you know, the most of the players, they were like born and living in Europe. They don't have like these cultures, Moroccan culture and these things, And to have these things, you need time, and you need to play more games, and to give the coach more time, and to give this guy the confidence to play together. And I'm a very optimist for these teams. Maybe for new few games, they will be a good team.
You mentioned those new names which are born in Europe, like Mazraoui, Munir, Hakim, Ziyech. They were all born in different countries. But what do you think? I mean, how did the Moroccan Federation persuade these guys to play for Morocco national team? Because these youngsters, they are good enough to play for any team in the world.
Now we had like special guys who are working with the national team in Europe. Each country, they have like someone who is looking for the players, for the youngest Moroccans. Yes, actually, as you said, they are very good. They can choose other national teams, but you have to know that these guys, they have like parents, and the parents other mentalities and other things about their players. And when they give them the choice, for example, Ziyech, they had the opportunity to play for Holland, and for Morocco as well. But I think her mother, infects him to choose Morocco, and he chose as well the Moroccan team, because all the time, even you was born in Europe and originally from some country, we still have this relation, these things, this love for your country. I think that's, and the federation, they did well because they went to their family, they were talking to them, to the players, and they knew how to use them to choose the Moroccan national team. They don't push them to choose a national team. No, they give them chance to come, to do something for their country, and never forget that they still have the origin from these countries. And we had many examples because if you know Munir Haddadi, for example, he did choose first Spain, and he played only like 30 minutes with Del Bosque when he was coach of national team. And then he did never played for a national. They did never ask him again. And after that, he did went to the FIFA to try to get like a permission to play for national team for Morocco. This guy, they see these examples, sometimes, yes, not all of them, but sometimes some players, yes, they had good choice, but most of them. And we had another place as well, as you know, they choose other countries like Holland, like many players for Belgium, Holland, France as well. Yeah. And this is their choice, and we have to respect this choice. These kids, they love football, and they had like good opportunities there because the formation, the schools there, the coaches, they are good. They had infrastructures good, and the mentality as well. They start to be like a professional player when they are like a 14, 15. That we don't have in Morocco, these things, For the clubs, I'm talking about the clubs.
Yeah.
They are not making these things like in Europe. And this opportunity, this help these guys. We had good opportunity, yes. I think we had good team. We had good players, not good team, not yet good team, but we have good players. We have very talented players. What we need to put these qualities of these players together in the team to be a very strong team. And this is a job for the coach who has to do these things.